Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today our new episode of our series which is going on about how to create self-acceptance and self-confidence. So it's episode 2 and today we are going to talk about fear and how you convert your fear into courage. So let's just begin with it. So today we are going to discuss some things that the only thing that is stopping us from reaching towards our goals is our fear. Fear of this, fear of that, because sometimes our brain just controls us. So we are talking about the fear which stops us from taking decisions, taking risks, and thinking critically. So in that kind of the case, we are going to talk about that first. So I hope you will enjoy the video. So if you think that your fears are stopping you from taking crucial decisions in your life, then this video is for you, girl. I hope you will have fun. So today we will understand what is fear and how it impacts our confidence. So when I say about something about fearing something, it's more like we have a perception of that thing, that thing will harm us, and in a long term it's just because of our experiences regarding that thing, or maybe the fear of unknown, that you are scared that if I haven't done this before it will actually go wrong, or it's something which you have already done and didn't work out. So in that case, fear is something that actually hinders our confidence. It hinders our thought processing that we can do something just because of a bad experience. We think that we cannot, but the point is that there's nothing that cannot be done. Everything is possible with the right calls and right mindset. So let me tell you my first experience with fear. So I have a fear of people. Yeah, I have a severe social anxiety, and when I talk about fear, I just know what it feels to fear people. Sometimes when I was very young, now I'm not young, but when I was young, okay, that's silly, but yeah, when I was young, I used to think that how people are judging me. I used to just judge myself so much because of the thought that if I'm doing something in such a manner, people will judge me. They're going to be like, wow, she's such a snob. But in a long term, I realized that every single time I was fearing their judgment, I was actually making myself even more and more hindered by their thoughts. I was like, I cannot do this, I cannot face people. What will they think of me? They will laugh at me. All these thoughts in became a mixture, and it just started affecting me so much that I was not able to talk to people properly. I was the only girl in my class who was always not getting around with people. She was not getting along with anybody, so she was that bad. And when I think about that, I just remember that my thought was that people used to think I was proudy, that I don't want to talk to them, but I was scared what will they think of me, and it really affected my social life. I just think I was socially like lacking a lot. I had nothing to achieve socially. My social skills were zero. I didn't have confidence. I didn't have anything. I was like, oh, talking to people is the most difficult thing for me. And social anxiety is real. When people come towards you, you are like, OMG, how am I going to talk to them? What am I saying? What will they think of me? Do I look good? Do I sound good? These kind of the questions that come to your head, you just start fearing things. I was fearing their judgment. I was fearing the rejection that would come with their judgment, and that maybe I'm not good enough. All these things just summed up to be the fact I am not good enough, and then my confidence was zero. Back then, my confidence was not good. But as with the years, I have learned such few things which I'm going to share with you that helped me to just face my fears. So I'll share it with you, and you will also be able to do that. Even if you are a socially elite person, in that you are an extrovert and you can talk to people very easily and in a very sleek manner, I would say I'm proud of you. You have done a lot of being an extrovert. Is like you are halfway done. But I'm talking about introverts here, and these are the people who need some assistance. They're in that social kind of problems. So yeah. So, my number one tip for all the people who want to be confident, who don't want to be socially lacking, number one thing, you have to understand that you have to understand yourself. You have to understand that what I want in life, where I am coming from, what I want to achieve, what are my goals, what is My thought process. First of all, in order for the people to like you, you have to like yourself. Self love is the first step of self confidence, because confidence always comes from the fact that you love yourself. If you yourself living with yourself every single second of the time with your preview and thought processing, you cannot love yourself, how would you expect somebody else to love you? Does that even make sense? No. You know your upbringing, you know your hindrances, you know your obstacles, you know your lack of opportunities, you know everything about yourself, you know how hard work you put into things. And still, if you don't manage to love yourself, then it's the fact that nobody else will. Who will come and say that, oh, I love you, girl? But how will they love you if you don't love yourself? Think about that. So self love is the first thing. You have to understand that I'm coming from this place. I have achieved this much in life. I was once in a very bad state, and now I have improved myself to this state. I'm a better person. So you have to love yourself. You have to love your imperfections. You have to love your shortcomings, because these are the things that you have to work on. These are your complete. I would say these are your projects. Your imperfections are your projects. And these projects are not supposed to be worked on so that you could be perfect. These are your projects to accept. You have to accept those imperfections, and then you should know how to flaunt them. you know Sometimes we perceive ourselves differently and others perceive us differently, but the only thing that matches is the energy. If you are giving your others a self-loving energy that this girl loves herself, then the other person is definitely going to love you. There is no way they are not going to love you, because your energy is so bright and so high. They are going to be like, wow, she is super cool. And cool people, just observe the cool people you think are cool. What makes them cool? They're the way they deal with things. They're super chill and all, and everybody like chill people. Nobody wants to be hanging around people who don't think good about themselves. Would you like somebody sitting next to you and telling them, oh, I like this, and I am lacking this and I'm lacking that? But eventually speaking, in life you have to understand that you have to be a person you would like to sit with. Do you think that you are such a person that if you will sit with yourself, you will enjoy yourself, you will enjoy the time with yourself? Well, if you are not that kind of a person, then you have a long way to go. Because first of all, you have to understand that if you want to be somebody who people love, then you have to be someone that you actually love. Because if you cannot have a great perception about yourself, nobody, my friend, nobody would love you, because you're not loving yourself, and that is a problem here. So number one thing is self love is the key. You have to write down every single day 3 to 5 things that you love about yourself, that you think you are ace at, you are great at, you are elite at, you are pro at. But if you cannot point those things out, then okay, then you have to go to people who are around you, and then you have to ask them, okay, so tell me what are something you think is very good about me, and write those things. These are the little exercises you are going to do, and when you will know that people have a different perception of what you have of yourself, you will grow as a person, dude. So I would suggest that you should do that. Just first of all, write things that you love about yourself, because those are the things that are going to make you confident. Those are the things that you're going to make you wake up every day and face people. So that's very important, to have self love. So now the most important thing is much very much basic, but it is very important. You have to face the fear. You have to face it right away. If you are scaring something, just face it right away. Which I mean is that as soon as the problem comes, as soon as something that you fear comes your way, you have to be like, wow, I can deal with it right away. I don't need to be scared, because fear is something, it is like a snowball. As much as you feed it, it will just keep increasing. So don't give excuses that I'll do it later, or that and this and that. Just do it right away, because as soon as it's kind of a task. So when you will start something, it is difficult. Starting something is like 90% of the problem, because beginnings are difficult, because they demand more energy. But as soon as you just are doing the task, it will get easier way by way. So I would suggest that you start facing it. And if you cannot face it heads on, you're not going to be like, okay, I have to face it right away. But don't face it as a whole. Just divide it into small manageable tasks. Like if you fear people and you don't want to face them, and if you're scared of talking in front of a lot of people, then just try talking in front of a few people. And then as soon as you will increase, you will feel more confident, and then you can increase the people you can talk in front of. So it's very important to face the things you are scaring about and just being afraid of right heads on. It's the most important thing, and trust me, as much as you will deal with it, it will be the most easiest thing. Because I have learned, if you are going to keep staying away from things you fear, the doors of success will close. Because wherever your fear lies, that's where your success lies as well. So if you want your doors to be open, you have to open the door of the fear, and then the next thing you will find is that you are very close to success. Because people who actually face their fears right away are the people who just get along in life. So yeah, that's very important. So now, last but not the least, you have to start acting like it. Anything you want to achieve in life, act like it before. If you want to be more confident, if you are not confident, still act it way. And how to act it way? Just be a good actor. You are not you are going to fake it. Because fake it until you make it. I believe that very well. Because if you feel like you are lacking something, just fake yourself that you already have that thing. Because as soon as you will start faking it, your brain is very powerful. It will start believing it, and as soon as your brain believes something, it completely goes around the way to actually give you that thing. I know it sounds very miraculous, but it is true. As soon as you are going to fake it, and you are going to, like, your energy and your aura is going to be like, yeah, I am already confident, I don't need. And it's going to be a proper acting. You are going to be acting like it. So just be in the script, and just your script is that you have to act confident. So yeah, start acting. You are not being confident, you are acting to be confident. And acting is fake, obviously, but as soon as you will keep doing it, you will be good at it. Anything you will act or fake, one day you will learn how to do it right. That's how it works. Because at least your brain is going to accept that this is what it is. And you have to fool your brain. Your brain fools you all the time, so it's your time to fool it. So that's what is very important. If you feel like, wow, I don't know how to be this person, I just want to be like that person, so you have to act like that person. If you want to be pretty and beautiful, and you want to feel hot and charming, you have to act hot and charming. Whatever you wear, just wear it comfortably and with pure confidence, and everything will just work your way. Because very important thing in life is facing your fears by faking it. I know it just sounds weird, but it is true. I have done that. Certainly there are times when I'm in front of people and I'm like, how am I supposed to deal with them? It's very difficult for me. So what I do is that I am going to be like, okay, this is my script for the day, that I will act purely confident in front of people. Even though if I'm shivering inside and I don't want to face them, I'll still face them. I'll be confident. Because as soon as you will just show the aura that you are confident, other people will also be get intimidated by you. So it's a win-win in every way. So try to do that. And okay, and one more thing which is very important, very very important, let me tell you. And that is, you have to do some self-care, girl. Whoever it is who wants to face their fears, they have to be confident. And for that, you have to have some self care. Okay, we have talked about self love, which is accepting who you really are without judging your own self, and accepting who you really are and loving what you really bring on the table. But self care is something else. It's like taking care of yourself, catering what your demands are in life. And sometimes, there are times when we work so hard, but there should be a little time in your day, in your life, which you enjoy. May it be an vacation, may it be some self care night routine. Anything that makes you relax is very important. Because a relaxed mind works bazillions. So last but not least, self care is important. Whatever makes your heart happy without making you feel exhausted is something you must do. For me, it is reading. Whenever I feel exhausted, I read. Or maybe I watch some, girly girl videos about self-care and night routine and something like that on YouTube. Or otherwise, if not anything, I just love taking a warm shower. It makes my day. So whatever you have to decide for yourself, and whatever makes you happy, but self-care is very important. It's everything. It's extremely important. So just keep doing that, okay? So now we are ending our second episode of the series of self assurance and self confidence. So now we will actually work more on self confidence. We will just go deep in how to work on it, because it is something most of the people lack. And why? Because they are very high in their insecurities. So we have to be motivated and inspired with ourselves. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and keep coming back to me. I love you so much. Bye bye.